LFY's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and indeed a big warm welcome to you as you join myself and Fogged for this very, very important series, OG versus LFY. LFY in the top spot, but OG, they got their work cut out here. I mean, this is quite a feat as well to go up against this team that is top of the group. This is the hottest team at the moment, this side of it all, and you've got to beat these guys if you want a chance to get into the upper bracket. It's going to be tough. It's not an easy road for OG.
It's a pretty damn scary road, especially how aggressive LFY is.
Remaining.
OG seems to be more of that team, especially lately. They're kind of struggling a little bit, not super bad, but they're having to go back to old heroes that they like to run a lot. The Alchemists, the Dazzles, etc., things like this. And LFY is a very aggressive team that does not really allow those kind of strategies. So I am definitely concerned for OG here. I just want to see what LFY is going to bring to the table. I know we'll see Super on his standard kind of hero. I don't think they're going to be throwing him on some Omni Knight like they did versus DC.
I'm open for the Omni Knight mid. We did, yeah. As you say, we saw it yesterday, along with the Pudge.
And the Pudge from Afu, yeah.
That's what I'll be hoping for. But
I agree with what the panel was saying.
Yeah.
These guys are really scary. In specific, like Blitz was talking about, Afu. This guy's roaming supports, not even just the roaming supports, just when he's playing that other kind of support, he is super impactful in every single game. I rarely see him have a poor performance.
Yeah, he's a solid lad.
They're taking a lot of time thinking about this ban. I know the Lich is probably one of the big ones because LFY's had an extremely successful win rate on that one. I mean, they've had a successful win rate on everything, but that's one of the ones they've picked up more often than anything else. And yeah, they take it out.
Yeah, you called it straight up.
OG's
How are they going to open this one, LFY?
The Nyx, that's like the... Yeah, that was the big other one. It has the 80% win rate because LGD and LFY have been dominating with this hero across the board. This is scary. This hero just alone puts a fear factor in because of how well they play around the vision that it gives.
10 seconds remaining.
Now, what is the answer here from OG? I mean, you said yourself
5
how OG
seconds
are kind
remaining.
of going for this, these old school, the classic OG of having these heroes that can save, like the Wyvern and the Dazzle. Obviously, this time around, the Wyvern is banned out. We've seen a few teams sometimes open up with some sort of Dazzle combination. If a team was to do it, OG certainly would be one of them. Obviously, they are the stronger meta pick still in the pool, like your Sand Kings that we've been seeing a lot of recently. The Earthshaker.
Earthshaker, the Voids, stuff like that too. For OG, I don't know if they'll be going for both, but Earthshaker's one of them for sure.
I like that. I mean,
matches.
Yeah.
It matches like the kind of Nyx you can always like follow the rotations, and you can put in different lanes. Let's go for the Visage. So.
A very important pick as well, because this certainly takes it away from LFY the way. They are a team that has played this, and I mean this hero. I'm still surprised we haven't seen as much of it. Like, I expected this to be like every game, every pick and drop because
the Visage, right?
The Visage.
Yeah, me too.
And maybe we'll see more of that as we go towards the main event. Like it become very relevant
5
every
seconds
matchup. But
remaining.
this hero is quite something. When in the right hands.
OG's
Obviously,
turn
OG,
to ban.
are capable of giving us a top level performance with the hero. In response, LFY with the Nature's Prophet coming through as the second pick.
Okay, they've done this a couple times before. They did it versus Newbie, I know, yesterday. I remember watching part of that game. So that's a cool approach. Nature's Prophet is really good at disrupting.
Remaining.
Of course, versus these greedy supports who require like the level 6, they need items to get
5
online and
seconds
actually
remaining.
be irrelevant. So he can definitely disrupt a lot in that lane. And it's probably going to be something along the lines of like a Nature's Prophet plus the Nyx dual lane, so they can heavily contest that safe lane of OG. Like they did with, I think they did it with a Night Stalker the last time around, I believe, that Afu was playing.
Yeah, very nice as well with the Nyx Assassin having that global presence.
Yes.
The Nyx Assassin constantly scouting out for action, and just at a click, Nature's Prophet able to join him, make something happen.
Yeah, you think sometimes like, oh, we're taking a good fight here, and then an invisible Nyx pops out of nowhere, and a Fury on TPs too, and then it turns out you're actually outnumbered in some of those situations. So it can definitely be a good choice for LFY. OG actually banning out the Terror Blade.
OG's turn to ban.
Yeah, the PL ban in return from Nature's Prophet. So getting rid of these big illusion carries. I also like the Nature's Prophet as well. I don't know if it's picked with this in mind, but I guess it can also be quite nice for actually killing the familiars, you know what I mean? Normally they use the trees as coverage, but if you instantly cast the treants, that's going to be more than enough vision and time to get that extra right-click through to take a familiar down.
Oh, and with the next level.
I mean, yeah, plus 100, dude, it's absolutely worth it.
Yeah,
if it's going to get you that.
Yeah. That's definitely a good point, yeah. You can definitely find those, and you have high-ranged hero that can always try to pick them off. Sprout gives vision as well. Yeah. They have a lot of different ways to get vision into those tree lines.
AA banned out, and
10 seconds remaining.
Kind of when you see a Nyx Assassin and Nature's Prophet, adding an AA into that is not a recipe for fun for OG.
Yeah, way too much.
That is just
way too much global.
So much potential and synergy between those three heroes.
LFY's been liking the AA like a little bit. They haven't picked it every single game, but they have picked it like once or twice here. That being said, they have had a ton of variety in the draft. That's why this team is so scary. People are looking at them, and sure, they have like their very comfortable heroes for Super, like his Dragon Knight, his Death Prophet, the Medusa as well. But other than that, everybody else has a insurmountable amount of heroes that can replace each other.
With his fourth ban from LFY, obviously with the last hit, targeting the PL, so targeting No-Tail or Anna's heroes, depending on how they want to run it. We have, of course, seen OG here in this group stages be flexible with the core placement.
I didn't know if they... I was curious if they were going to actually ban the bat, because they have the Nyx Assassin. This is smart. That's like a deny pick a bit from OG right there.
Definitely, yeah. And it's a very strong pick as well. Again, this hero, definitely today in the games that we've seen, and of course over the course of the group stages, Death Prophet very much being one of the favoured mids.
10 seconds remaining.
It's just so strong in that mid lane. You know, a lot of the times where we are seeing at the moment
5 seconds
consistent
remaining.
kind of dual lanes mids, a very heavy ganking, rotating around, focusing that mid lane.
Yep.
And this is a hero that can deal with it.
Yeah, he deals with the lane. He's a strong laner, and he's a mid laner that's an objective taker, which there really aren't many that comes just straight to mind. It's like Dragon Knight, Death Prophet, the two very obvious ones. The rest of them aren't natural building hitters like these guys. It's good. Even the silence just comes into huge play a lot of the time too. It's just a hero that people are starting to play a lot more in this international group stage. This game is super hyped though. Remember, in case you guys don't know, OG needs to take at least one game for them to be
2 games and upper.
2 games and they're
pretty
upper.
much guaranteed upper.
Yeah,
as far as I'm aware. But
one for them to have a chance.
Yes. And then it will have the chance of indeed going to tiebreakers again, realizing the other results. And there's the Dazzle, actually. So Dazzle coming through from LFY. Very nice, of course, with the trees. Lots of potential with the heal bombs. There's a lot of physical burst. And, okay. The boosted armor from the Weave. Certainly going to be nice when you're trying to fight in and around the Death Prophet and a Ghost.
10 seconds
sort of help you out.
It does seem like
survive through that.
They like this hero a lot versus the Death Prophet. The armor, the weave is super good versus Exorcism. It just makes sense. It's not only just the positive aspect you get from weave, but the negative aspect too. Death Prophet starts taking down a lot of armor. If you have enough physical damage, you can burst her. And with Nyx Assassin too, these two heroes are heroes that I would say the later and later the game goes, it's scary for Death Prophet. His mana burn becomes absurd, and the weave just becomes scarier and scarier too. So OG picks himself up the Sven. That's a war cry right there to deal with that minus armor that can be coming out from the Dazzle.
Yeah, nice response to the Dazzle pick.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see they're pretty quick with that in return. I think, yeah, as soon as they saw that Dazzle, that call was kind of made.
10 seconds
Maybe,
remaining.
of course, the hero that they wanted to go for anyway, but if anything, the Dazzle pick certainly
5 seconds
giving them no hesitation with grabbing the Sven.
Yeah. The Sven gives them
OG's turn
a lot of
to
damage,
ban.
which if they don't have the Death Prophet, they would lack. And
nice response there from Elo, and that's a scary response as well. You know, you've kind of revealed your Sven. They sort of one-up it with the morph. If they're able to draw this out, you know, LFY with the amount of split pressure, you know, across the map they're going to have with this Morphling and this Nature's Prophet. It could potentially become an absolute nightmare for OG to try and deal with, because already with this Shaker, Sven, DP, OG want to fight as 5. They want to group up.
Yes,
they want to go.
Exactly.
If they don't hit that timing and LFY can outplay them, outmaneuver them, it's going to become very hard for OG the later this game goes.
What am I here for? You just summed it up for me, Owen. But that's
Well, you could
they've got
disagree
a
with
very
me, Fog. You
no,
could say
they've got a very
zero
split pushing
remaining.
lineup. That's exactly what they're going for here with the Nature's Prophet with Nyx. They can look for they can get a lot of
5
information on the
seconds
map,
remaining.
both with Treants, with Vendetta. It gives a Morphling a lot more liberty to kind of split push around.
LFY's
There is
turn
the
to
silence from the
pick.
Death Prophet, which can be obnoxious for the Morphling.
That's
Now we
true.
need to.
Yeah,
we're
that is
missing.
true.
We're missing Super's hero, so not a crazy amount of stuff left. I mean, he does have a couple variety heroes, but his big ones have been banned or taken.
10
Now, I'm trying to
seconds
think back
remaining.
at what heroes have actually done all right against a Death Prophet in the mid lane, and it's not really...
5 seconds
There's not really that many
remaining.
mid lanes I can kind of recall where the Death Prophet has been taken down heavily in a 1v1. It's so hard to beat this hero. I mean, we saw earlier a couple of games where, I mean, Hellraisers were picking Lina against the Death Prophet. I mean, these kind of heroes that can still farm against the pressure of the DP, but still, you're not going to be able to bully the DP out of the lane very successfully.
They're definitely taking LFY a little bit out of their comfort zone. All of Super's heroes are actually taken out that he's played. He's
Okay.
played Death Prophet,
Really?
Medusa. I mean, he can play the Dragon Knight if they want to put it here, but
OG's
I don't know about that
turn
one.
to pick.
so okay, the Veno. That's a good way to kind of stall the game. The wards can be very good versus those pushes. Be very obnoxious for the Earthshaker to get the blinks off and just stall the game out so the Morphling can go absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and the Gale, of course, very nice when
10
the
seconds
Death Prophet's trying to
remaining.
chase you down with the ultimate. Suddenly, pops the Ghost, pop the Gale on her. That incredible
5
slow
seconds
means that you've got
remaining.
all the chance of getting away, making sure that she can't keep the Siphon connected. And
You
I
may
love
now
this
select
last
your
bit. I
heroes.
really feel like if there's a Dazzle in the game, I know sometimes we don't see teams really utilize that, the fact that Axe literally destroys the grave of Dazzle, but OG, they do it. I'm glad that they've done that. I think
Yeah.
that's the kind of way you got to play here. And there's, with the treants and such, you're going to be spinning for days. This is it's a great Axe game. I really think it is, but I really do worry that OG, they've got to hit that timing. But if they do hit it, it is going to be quite a timing. They've got a perfect lineup. 25, 30 minutes in. If they haven't been crushed in the laning stage, it can be very scary.
Yes, if they can actually get that group up, it can be scary. That being said, though, LFY's lanes can definitely shut down a lot. Because then, right now, it's going to be, if this Axe, who's going to be, alone versus a Dazzle Morphling, that's pretty damn devastating for him to really get any type of experience.
Sure, yeah.
And then I'm assuming that the Nature's Prophet and Nyx, they're going to pressure that safely and hard. My eyes are on Jarex right now for OG's laning phase. He has to make a lot of room for them to be able to get into that space where they're able to get that group up. Because if the game goes later and later on, this Morphling is going to become an absolute devastating factor.
And obviously the other thing as well, you're picking this, you've got this Axe and Shaker, two heroes
Oh, man.
that are going to be relying on blink initiations,
Yes.
and there's a Venom.
Oh, I'm so excited
You
for
got to
this game,
watch out
actually.
for those wards, boys and girls.
I've kind of been looking forward for this series, OG LFY,
I
for a
think this-
while. 'Cause
yeah, absolutely.
ratings OG super highly. LFY has proved to be the head honcho so far here during the group stages. So let's see if OG is able to take it to them. They need to
Prepare
win
for
this game.
battle.
See if they can do it. But in terms of the lanes, did you say what you expect to see both the Nyx and the Fury start together? Do you think we could expect to see the Nyx Assassin hang around mid, try and put some extra pressure on the Death Prophet? Or is there not really too much the Nyx can do in that lane at the start?
He can pressure a little. I think I'd prefer to see him with the Nature's Prophet. That's the style that I've seen LFY do, at least from the recent times. They tend to put Fly God from Afu, just giving some respect to OG, making them feel good until he beats them down, of course. But yeah, wanting to give the Nature's Prophet as much space as possible, and they can punish this lane hard. Visage, 0 armor hero. Treants are no joke how much damage they do. You get hit by a stun, you get blocked by Treants a little bit, you could be in a dangerous spot. And like this, with the Nyx and the Nature's Prophet, they can actually
30 seconds
slow down the
to
Sven's
battle.
farm a bit if they really want to full out do it. Whenever Jarex is not there, they can contest that very hard.
Doesn't look like either side is going to try and contest at the runes as such. LFY just keeping guard down bottom, making sure that OG won't going to come for some sort of a smoke movement. DDC is heading over.
They're invading right now too. The Nyx and the
Oh, they
Nature's
are going to
Prophet.
go. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, they're just running in.
They do want to try and take control of this, and
They can take it, for
they can
sure.
spook them. Yeah,
Begins.
OG is not sticking around to mess around with these two.
Treants are no joke level 1, and neither is Nyx Assassin with boots. He's got a great stun at level 1, the 1.6 second stun duration,
And run.
and just how innately tanky the hero is. So they block out. Did they actually block that pull? They did. So they block the pull as expected when you're playing versus these like Visage or Earthshaker or like like Warlocks and stuff, anything that requires a lot of levels, you want to be blocking that pull, especially when you're contesting on top too. So Afu just making the OG supports move around a bit. Nice fissure from Jarex, does trap him a bit, but they won't be able to get a kill. It's just a harassment fissure.
Yeah, I mean, they're giving a fair bit of beat down, but absolutely, it's not going to get the kill. It's
He's a speedy.
just, you know, wasting the space and time of Afu, but I mean, at the same time, it's costing the movements of Jarex.
So the nice thing that Jarex did at the start, of course, is he fissure blocked the top lane so that he makes sure that S4 gets a little bit of a good start, because he's on Radiant, so the creep equilibrium on Radiant side for the off lane is nowhere near as good as the Dire side.
Looking at the Dire side at the moment, it is, of course, this Nature's Prophet on his own, trying to deal with the two of them.
Nyx does go toward that mid lane, places a mid ward. The Super can always see wherever Jarex is coming from. And he's actually making the move in.
Yeah, No-Tail's trying to go deep with the Siphon. Alpha is going to get the wraparound, does have the stun. Do they have the damage though? With Jarex throwing out a fissure.
Just some harassment.
Yeah, No-Tail's going to be fine. Both mids taking similar amount of damage here off the back of that affair. Top lane, S4 getting in nice and feisty. Get the poison touch and LFY will look to harass him back out. That's at the level 2, puts the battle hunger on to Monet, trying to hold him back from being too aggressive as he morphs down to Agi, but S4 will be fine. Level 2 at the moment. The Axe hasn't found a lot of creeps out of this lane, so that safe lane being well and truly controlled by LFY.
Nature's Prophet, this is actually a nice little cute move. TP's from his lane to steal OG's bounty rune. Jarex does spot him now, able to get a pretty good fissure actually.
It's just a level 1, so no further follow-up.
Yeah, Fly wasn't not close enough.
Double damage.
A nice DD rune for Nature's Prophet. Maybe he'll just go to the jungle for a bit.
CS in the middle lane, pretty much as expected. Very, very even between the two. No-Tail of a couple ahead, but there's a big wave pushing into Super.
Nota has to watch out the rotation.
Very low.
He's gonna die
This
here.
is going to be your first blood for sure, ladies and gentlemen. The stun comes in. There's
However,
I say that. Oh, the uphill miss.
The uphill miss.
Oh, that's a field bad man and a half.
Oh God! The fissure was perfectly timed so that the Spirit Siphon didn't break, so he was able to keep it on. But the uphill miss.
Some would say it's RNG. Super says it's all skill.
That's brutal.
Bottom lane. That's a double damage, Anna. You do not understand in that map. Whew. Takes a fair bit of beating, does have a sour, so we'll be back up. Inflame really bullying this Fen back a little bit. Still though, Anna close to the CS at that of the safe lane of LFY. Very similar at the moment. 20 CS, 16 CS and Sven. Jarex watching mid. Super still hanging around. Relatively low. Playing a little greedy here. One fissure, and the Nota's going to be able to move in and should have a good shot of finishing this off, but he does. Ripswarm flies in. Super hangs around for too long.
Oh, No-Tail's going to go down.
They'll be able to find the punish in return. At the same time, though, down on the bottom lane, Fly and Anna moved in and were able to take down in flame. So overall across the map, 2 for 1 there, favoring OG.
Nice. Big for the Dazzle to get that experience, him and Afu. Actually, Afu picks up the last hit, so he's got Arcane Boots at 3 minutes. Nyx Assassin.
That's the dream for an Nyx Assassin. I mean,
I feel like he always has it so early. Him and Yapsor. I feel like these two
Radiant's
guys,
top
I always feel like
tower
they
is
get
under
sub
attack.
4 minute Arcane Boots on their 4s.
as you say, you know, this hero incredibly popular at the moment.
You see S4's items?
What's he picked up?
It's got double Stout Shield on Axe. It's a throwback to Dota 1. What the heck?
All right.
We used to see that all the time in Dota 1, but in Dota 2, you don't see that too much. And S4 taking a lot of damage. He's gonna get brought down here.
Yeah, double Stout Shield. Where are you at now? Did not save that man. So double. I mean, so the getting to well, the additional chance is nice, but
it doesn't work in Dota 2.
Oh, it doesn't work at all.
You can't do multiple damage blocks. I'm pretty sure. Wasn't that
I thought
changed
it
a
does
while
work
back? The bottom lane, actually. Oh my God, Nature's Prophet almost gets a solo kill on Ana here.
Nah, this is just the OG debate. Anna's fine. The fly comes in.
Is he fine?
He
not, looks dead.
He's not fine.
And he's gonna TP out as well. Oh my God, it's a solo kill.
All right, boys, wrap it up. Game 2 round the corner. No, that's not great. Losing the Sven like that. This Nature's Prophet manning up in flame, pulling out the plays. Mid lane, Jax has got his eyes on Super. See if he can go for anything here. No-Tail wanting to move in, but the Fissure, ooh, the wall on the wrong side. Super's going to be fine. No-Tail can't really move in for anything more.
Oh, I'm just kidding. It does stack.
It does stack.
Yeah, it does stack.
It's stacked.
Apologies. Yeah, I was like, if you stack it in the other way, it doesn't, but this way it does. I just haven't seen double stout since I haven't seen it since Dota 1. It's been ages since we've seen this, and people don't do it because of the cost investment.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it could be that S4 accidentally bought a stout shield without realizing one was on the. He might have accidentally bought a second.
Don't know.
But as you say, the chance is there. And who might doubt S4? This is all part of the plan. We're going to see 2 vanguards. He's going for the double bubble bit. Double everything. I believe in S4.
I'm like sitting here, I was like trying to remember. I'm like, I know it's been changed about damage block instances, but the double stout was one that, yeah, that's the worst.
I mean, I guess there's nature's prophet. There's a lot of instances of damage that are potentially going to come through at a stage of the game. Why not?
Yeah, I feel like I've actually seen him do it before now I'm thinking about it, so whatever.
Maybe see if they can get a wraparound here onto Inflame. He's been pretty pesky down there. Jarek's just going to be spotted out though by the trees. Inflame with that info backs off. They'll move in with the push though with the ghost. OG trying to take the tier 1. Top lane, S4 potentially in trouble though. Again, DDC lands down the poison touch. Moving forward on the Morphling. S4 looking for the Berserker's Call and the Jukes. Surely he doesn't.
Still poisoned.
Oh, he ticks out. The Jukes were nearly real, but indeed. Damage over time, just a little bit too much.
We were pretty concerned for the Axe during the draft, just because of this exact reason. When he gets left alone up there. Oh my god, No-Tail just gets destroyed by the Nature's Prophet ulti.
And they're going to get more out of this as well. Backup comes in for LFY. They surround Ana. LFY take a second. Inflame getting a double kill. This Nature's Prophet is going absolutely ham on this bottom lane. Inflame. Ladies and gentlemen, FaZe. Infused raindrop bracer as he works his way towards the drums. He's getting bigger and bigger. And he is able to, as we see, just bully them out of the lane here. Fly on the retreat. Arfu looking for the connection. There, beautifully lands the stun. Just the tip. That's all that's required. And there he is in flame.
Again.
Comes in. This Nature's Prophet. My goodness.
Oh, goodness. It's 5k gold lead already. We were saying, OG, they need to just not have the lanes get completely run over. And then if they're able to group up, they'll be okay. But right now,
it's looking rough.
It's looking very rough when you're playing versus a Morphling lineup and you're already at 5k deficit for 10 minutes. Definitely scary already. And this Nature's Prophet has caused such a ruckus in that bottom lane. He is way ahead of that Sven in farm.
Oh, and look at this, Arfu. Just giving a bit of a tickle to Ana. Says, I'll take your mana.
Radiant's bottom tower
DDC.
has fallen.
He's actually just
some levels.
Able to invade the jungle by himself now at this point as the Nyx Assassin. Look at this.
He might be able to steal some of these creatures if he wants to go in with the stun. What's his plan here? Just soak up the XP at the moment. Oh, hiding the trees from Fly.
This takes all that experience. And Ana's... This is such a painful position to be in as a Sven. It's what we always talk about, is losing your safe lane tower Sven, your access points in your jungle are... Like,
they may just go and kill
so
this
hard.
If they can wrap around and dive this tower with the tankiness of the Nyx Assassin.
They have triple range creep pushing in too.
Ana's just suffocated behind this tree line. He's got to be so careful how he comes out. He has got back up on his way. OG with the smoke, No-Tail, Jerax and Fly. Can they get the connection? Fishes out onto Arfu. No-Tail's on the wrong side though. He's going to have to make the long walk round. It looks like it doesn't matter though, as Arfu will indeed be surrounded. OG, they'll get him eventually. Makes him work for it, but Arfu will go down. So OG are successful with the smoke. Of course though, whilst this is all happening, Morphling continues to get free farm, Super as well in the mid lane. Not having too many issues at all, finding the farm and doing his best to ensure that S4 does not have a free time here. Gale off the mark. Super's out of there back to safety.
This is what we used to call the EG smoke. When you smoke through your jungle, when you have to guarantee your safe lane to actually build a farm. That defensive smoke running through. They have to put defensive wards down, place a couple sentries to get rid of that LFY vision so that Ana can start to get online, having to pop God Strength just for a double neutral stack. It's looking very grim right now for OG in the start at the lane phase.
Radiant are
How are we looking
scanning.
on the Morphling's items? This is, Monet in a fantastic spot. Treads, Lincoln's, of course. She's got the Ring of Hell picked up at the moment. 41k gold up on top of that, so nothing slowing down this Morphling. Bottom lane, Ana having to TP away, gets bullied out once again by Inflame. You've got a wrap around on the mid lane from LFY as they're smoked up.
Flame's TPing in.
He just TPs up to the high ground straight up. He's ready to give the team the vision, finds Fly, starts to bully him back.
They're
you can just see how scared OG are. They have to respect this the power of LFY, as LFY still with Arfu behind. Ready
Beautiful.
to go in, lead him with the stun. Gale and ultimate out to No-Tail. He's trying to keep himself alive with the Siphon, but they kite it out, turn back in. No-Tail's going to get brought down. They've also lost S4 as Monet picks him up on the sidelines. Inflame just bullying him there. They tried to chase him down, but they don't have the damage. He gets out of there. Anna trying to move in on Super, but he may just even have given up his own life. Arfu already ready to play around with him. The Gale connects onto Sven. LFY just playing with their food here. Stun out onto 2 from Arfu. The Sprouts there onto Fly. Anna tries to hold them back with the Stormhammer, but Fly's being blocked up by Inflame's Micro with the Triads. Anna's down as well. My goodness, LFY.
This team is, they're punishing the greedy tri lane that OG had in such a heavy factor by doing this. These rotations coming out. They're taking now another tier 1.
This is amazing. LFY, I mean, this is a team.
This is without the Morph too. Morph is just free farming, solo killing Axe
Monet
too.
is just getting on with living his own little life up here. He's having all the fun in the world.
The Veno pick is looking absolutely genius.
And seriously, Nature's Prophet, Inflame.
Yeah.
He's just getting so much done for the team. What's his kill participation? It's got to be, it's only 7 out of the 13. I mean, to be fair, it's just the fact that there's been so much action going on. Mid lane.
Now mid though.
Yeah, Inflame's going to come in and try and help out. Does get silenced. They might even be able to keep Super alive. He backs away. No-Tail's trying to chase him down. They lay down a ward. No-Tail hasn't quite got enough damage. He should with the last right click. No, he can't quite finish him off. Super survives. And again, OG just getting punished on the back lines by Inflame. Super lives once again. The applause comes out from DDC.
Oh, and we may have a quick early GG in this one.
Wow, we knew today would be a short day because it was 3 series, and well, nearly done it. We're game 1 of the final series on this, and I mean
the confidence by them. Look at Inflame just TP's in the front. He's like, we're so high, we're so over leveled compared to these guys.
He's gonna try and TP out. He's not getting home tonight, boys and girls. He's dead as well.
They're not stop. That is the thing, that they're not farming a single jungle camp. They are literally just non-stop aggression.
Oh, and Anna, it's just death after death. I mean, No-Tails comes in. He's pretty much just offering himself up to die as well. I don't know if he can do anything. He's lost Anna. The ult will be dropped from Super. Fisher comes out. Keeps Super alive for the time being. No-Tail trying to battle around with this one, but I think he's going to get brought down by the looks of it with Super. Super's still alive. Oh, he doesn't even die. Okay, finally he goes for the soul assumption. But look how many lives it's cost at the side of OG. Fly will get out. But Anna falls, Jerax and No-Tail as well. The birds, will they survive? They won't. Birds are down. Chicken tonight, boys.
It's almost 1,000.
420.
Almost 1,000 gold per minute lead for LFY right now. That's something that we never really say, especially not at the 13-minute mark.
And this is LFY. You know, this is the chill LFY. These guys, they've already got the top spot. This is them not caring. They're their feet up on the table, chilling out. Just beating OG, 11k gold lead at 13 minutes. This is crazy.
It's damn impressive, just the way that they are giving them no space, no slowdown whatsoever. They actually buy a Midas 2 on the Nature's Prophet, but that's not, it's just like you know, I'm going to be fighting so much, I just want to be able to have that Midas to get a little bit of extra gold on top. They're making their way in the pit now. With the medallion on the Dazzle so early too, with the Nature's Prophet. This is going to be an absolute free Roshan. OG just can't really fight at all for a long time. They have to pretty much sit behind people and try to recover.
They need blinks on Jerax and S4, and they've nearly got the blink on S4. Maybe if they get this miraculous call, this Echo Slam on top of the treants and everyone. Jerax, yeah, he's still the full 2,000 away from a blink, of course, on this Shaker. He's got a lot of time and space to gather. Monet is already chasing down S4.
He's already got Lincoln's. Triads Lincoln's level 13. Got the E-Blade queued up.
Crazy. This guy, out of his mind.
Bottom lane, Inflame walks up, instantly forces Jerax to TP out as soon as he's trying to farm the wave.
There's the S4 blink. If S4 can turn this game around, it's going to be incredible. Can S4 do it? We've seen him do some miraculous things in the past. This series, as we mentioned, incredibly important for OG. One game would do it, but 2 games is required. In fact, already in the jungle, looks like they're Anna. He's going to be the one to get taken down.
All 5 heroes from LFY instantly. Everyone just gets there. They see where Anna's farming and Pincer.
How's Anna doing in terms of items? He's
It-
got the
Radiant's
Mask of Madness.
middle tower is under
Nearly
attack.
has his treads. It's something, but it's
grim.
it's not anywhere near where you'd hope to be, especially when you see the difference between him and Monet. Monet nearly double the net worth of Ana at 15 minutes in on a Morphling in comparison
Radiant's
to a Sven.
middle
You know,
tower
Sven
has
this
fallen.
is a hero that can only pick up the pacing farm early on, but because of the pressure LFY put on early, it's been so hard for Ana to get that space to do anything. Bottom lane S4, caught out in the trees, will juke out the Gale, tries to move himself away, does manage to dodge the stun. S4 with some fancy footwork may just live through this all. Familiar stuns to hold them back, and S4 survives. That's the kind of plays that OG need. S4,
S4 to survive.
pull out the swag, walk it off like a champ.
They're coming back. S4 is TPing in. He uses one of the shrines in the
Once he
base.
come around from the top.
Yeah, they're trying to get a fight off here.
S4 with the mind games. If he can get a big call here,
They know there's no Morphling
can
down
he
here.
do it? Oh no, he's been tickled. Inflame gets in, the wards are down. S4 being kept off to the side. Can't get the jump in for now. And he sees the towers down already. Inflame just pushes forward with the Treants.
And now they're turning around and go for themselves.
Is under attack.
Arfu, can he get a latch onto this? And Flame will be held back immediately by
Radiant's
the
top
Fisher from
tower has
Jax.
In
fallen.
the meanwhile, Monet top. Taking a tower and bringing it to Ana.
Be wanting,
Now,
and that.
Ana forced to stun the creep wave.
Oh, S4, this is a big kill if they get it. Jumps in, gets the call. Has he got enough spins? No, he has. Monet, too damn tanky as he morphs into strength.
And he's got an axe now.
Oh,
He can farm
perfect.
even more. Some counter helix.
There we go. Jarex is like, come back here, S4. That's not the real S4.
The
That's
fact that Ana
the dark
has to,
S4, the evil S4.
the fact that Ana has to turn and stun the creep wave because the Lincolns is already out in the Morphling. At least he noticed.
Thank you, my beauty.
21 to 4. What a lead that LFY has.
I love the way that I just absolutely love the way that they're playing though. Look at their side of the map. LFY side of the map, they're not touching it. They don't give a crap about it. They are just staying right on top of OG's, all of OG's high grounds, not letting them get any space on the map, except for that little left side, which is like 2 creep camps. Jarex is taking advantage of it though.
See what they can do here at the moment.
Invis on Inflame. He also has a full Shadow Blade finished up too.
Needs to use his Margus though. There we go. No messing around from Inflame. Now the silence onto the Venomancer. Noto trying to lead in, but there's a lot of LFY in the neighborhood. Noto gets sprouted, stunned up as well, held back, and already the rest of OG are bailing on him. Say, Noto, you're gone. We're not sticking around here because there's an angry Waterman chasing us down, and Monet
Fly's
looks towards Fly.
Not
In
safe.
Flames there with the cutoff, jumps in, has the sprout, and that's 2 down on OG once again. Maybe even
Radiant's
more.
middle
The
tower
Yule
is under
setup
attack.
already from Arfu coming through onto Jarek, takes him out, and that's going to be a third. This.
This is a clinic. It's 20k gold league, sub 8, sub 20 minutes sewing.
We've seen some stomps, but this has got to be up there.
This is
This
just
really has.
an unbelievable display of skill from LFY.
Radiant's middle tower has
Doing
fallen.
everything right. Especially, not only just doing everything right, getting the RNG factor. That uphill miss mid too for the
Radiant's
first
middle
blood is
barracks
everything
are
going
under
their way.
attack. Dire's
First set of
structures
racks
are
claimed
fortified.
pre-20 minutes.
Yeah,
I don't see a way. Yeah, there's no way for OG to back in this game.
They're already
Dire's top
discussing
tower
the
is under
draft
attack.
and plans for game 2. And indeed, this game 1,
Dire's top tower has
LFY
fallen.
just not messing up at all.
The fact that they're making it look relatively easy versus a team like OG is absolutely ridiculous.
There's a Blink Dagger now on Ana,
Dire's
so
top
more
tower
components
is under
to this
attack.
miraculous wombo combo that OG need to hit. But it's still quite a few dreams away for OG.
If they can land like everything with an Echo Slam on top of the calls, on top of the Sven stun with God Strength, they can try to burst somebody down. I still think that this Morphling is an issue though, because he's gonna have E-Blade right now. He actually has the E-Blade.
He's
already.
got it.
It's 19 minutes.
That's got to be one of the fastest. 19-minute Lincoln
Proceed
Z-Blade
to
Morphling. Monet. I mean, he can kill anyone that he wants now, OG. In that 1v1.
Doing the math right now.
Do the math, Bob.
Math stuff.
Give me some NA.
He doesn't have He doesn't have max adaptive yet, so it's hard to do the math.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Does a lot of damage. He'll almost one-shot pretty much everyone on their team. It's about 1,000 right now. About 1,200-ish actually, without the waveform.
OG's high ground defense. So we're saying they do have
He's actually dead.
He's actually just dead. S4 will come in with the call, but again, Monet just starts to morph up into strength. He's going to be fine. Anna jumps in immediately into the stun. The thread is over. Anna's gone. There'll be a buyback from Notel as he tries to head in, but
eats a
he's
heel bomb.
absolutely
Yeah,
ripped apart. And this game is definitely over. There is no coming back from this sort of a beatdown. GG is called. Give that man the rampage. Come on, S4. Do it. S4, he's a nice guy. He's standing there. Monet, take it. Get
Teases him a little bit.
But there we have it. That was game one, and this was a game, as we said, OG needed that 2-0 to feel safe. The 1-1s can still be good enough, but it is going to almost certainly put them in a tiebreaker position. But you just lost like this to the team. Game two, it's going to be pretty hard for OG to pick their spirits back up after that sort of a beatdown.